first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we gear up for game number 4 out east. From American Airlines Arena in South Florida, tonight, the Miami Heat taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Hi again, everyone. Ed Cohen with my partner, Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Heat coming into play. They lead this series 2-1 with a chance to get a step closer to moving on at home in Game 4.
And this has been a back-and-forth seesaw kind of series. It's had a little bit of everything, though. But I think Game 4 is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where the intensity really starts to pick up, and I think we'll see that tonight.
To Trae Young for 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a 3.
It's the Heat with the possession. To P.J. Tucker. Probing the defense. Tucker. To Oladipo. Butler for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
The shot missed by Capella.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Flushes down the slam. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
They'll go to Butler, down low. Shot from the lane, won't go. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Hawks have it. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Sizing up the defense. To Capella. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Clint Capella trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 48% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. To P.J. Tucker. Butler. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. Cruises inside for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Butler. Trae Young. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Danilo Gallinari at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 86% from the line. The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Beyond the arc for three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler to bring it up, trailing by 11. Terrific vision. Oh, had him going there for a second. Now a steal by Atlanta. Victor Oladipo with the block. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. Finds a shoot. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Butler into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Here comes the screen. Butler against Clint Capella. Jimmy Butler, 2 of 4 now.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Trae Young to Capella. Here comes the screen. John Collins, defended by Tucker. They work it to Capella, down low. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. To Kevin Huerter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
John Collins with a chance at a 4-point play. 71% for his career. 3-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. He'd have the basketball. Butler to P.J. Tucker. Working the outside. Great feed, sets it up, and throws it down.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Butler to P.J. Tucker. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Working hard on the glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Butler. To Oladipo. Fires the three. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Butler to Oladipo. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Butler, textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Kevin Huerter. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. Here's a chance from long range. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Butler. Here comes the screen. Over to the right side. Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. To Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Here comes the screen. John Collins. Tough matchup against Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Pass stolen by Miami. Butler. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. They'll go to Butler, down low. Short jumper off the mark. Another follow, no good. It's the Hawks with the basketball. To Trae Young. Shot clock winding down. 4-3. Oh, that's how it's done.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward. Butler. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
5 to shoot for Atlanta. And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Now a steal by Atlanta. Goes to the left side. Williams. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Williams from long range. His first effort off the mark. Waiters. count the basket at the rim.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
To Williams. Gets a look. Can't hit. Screen coming.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
To Waiters. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Williams. Kevin Knox powers it through.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
I got ball. I got some for him.
From 18 feet at the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time. So count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Miami with the basketball. To Waiters.
Wait on it.
Doesn't get the bounce.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
To Williams. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
I got him. Here we go. Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing it.
Baseline drive. Nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Miami's got it. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Williams into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Shot from in close, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. And count the basket inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Tucker. Fires the 3, and it's good.
Well, just the ability to step back and be able to knock that shot down, think about what that does to the defender, Ed. It makes a defender come out, which leads to the next setup, which is an easy drive to the rim. Look for that one coming soon.
And the result this time, another trifecta. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
It's the Heat with the possession. Surveys the floor. For three. Not going down here.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Lou Williams. He's 3 for 7. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Oladipo. Trae Young to Williams. The Heat grab the board. Oladipo into the front court. Down a bundle. To Waiters. Down to 5 on the 24. To Oladipo. Lets it fly from long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Williams across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Trae Young to Williams. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on what... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Williams buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Oladipo to Waiters. Five to shoot for Miami. Not today.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Dion Waiters. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Williams. Trae Young. Knock loose. Hawks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Bogdanovich against Tucker. To Williams. Labissiere with a shot, no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Tucker to Oladipo. Beyond the arc for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Trae Young, down low to Williams. From the painted area, won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. John Collins here against P.J. Tucker. To Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. The Heat have the rebound. Fires the three. Won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Atlanta. Trae Young to Capella. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Got it.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Here comes the screen. To Trae Young. It was right there. To Oladipo. Shot from the lane won't go. Trae Young. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Butler to Oladipo. Missed a wide-open look. Trae Young. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Butler to P.J. Tucker. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Collins comes up empty.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Magruder matched up with Capella. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his guys together and talk things over. substitution being made in this one. John Collins, defended by Tucker, to Williams. Deep right corner. Trae Young to Williams. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
The shot almost. Nothing going here on that drive. Finds a shoot for Atlanta. Trying to cash in. Gallinari off the mark. Desperation shot here from half court. We reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Jalen here with your halftime report. The Hawks dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks. The Heat may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
The Miami Heat are trailing so far, and that's mostly due to sloppy ball handling. The ball security needs to improve if they want to stay competitive in this matchup. The lack of ball control was apparent in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was gold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Butler into the front court. His guys down big. To P.J. Tucker. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Capella. It's the Heat with the possession. John Collins tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Goes to the left side. To Trae Young. Gets it down to Capella. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Oladipo. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Oladipo. To Butler. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young to Capella. Down for Collins. Capella. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
Here comes the screen. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. Danilo Gallinari sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jimmy Butler sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives you... He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Trae Young. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. He'd have the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Curling inside. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Get your money, man.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. To Trae Young. Gets it in the right corner. To Trae Young. It goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Miami with the basketball to Oladipo. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Butler.
The NBA Playoffs 2022 round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports
Rebounded by
Action
Capella.
Infinity 2-2.
Williams into the front court. His guys up by 15. Rebounded by the Heat. Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores on the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Butler into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. To Oladipo. Over to the right side. Here comes the screen.
The NBA Playoffs 2022-1 round Game 4 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 7 Brooklyn Nets, Seed 2 Boston Celtics.
More worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Clint Capella, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oladipo. To Butler. Jimmy Butler not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Trae Young. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Williams. He engulfed him that time. Butler to bring it up. His guys down 11. Scalabrine able to recover with the block. Hawks with the basketball. To Williams. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
A tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
The NBA Playoffs 2022-1 round Game 4 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 1 Phoenix Suns, Seed 8 New Orleans Pelicans.
Trae Young to Williams. Shot from in close, no good. Deep left corner to Butler. The jumper's off the mark.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
And he hits.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Williams. To Trae Young. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Butler. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Hawks have it. To Williams. No good. Almost. And he's not getting the call. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Love the fact that this shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Williams across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Here comes the screen. Williams.
The NBA playoffs 2022-1 round Game 5 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 4 Dallas Mavericks, Seed 5 Utah
It's
Jazz.
always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Williams into the front court. Up by 6. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Miami's got it. And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dwayne Dedmon at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Trae Young. Screen coming. Bogdanovich guarded by Jimmy Butler. To Trae Young. From long range, Trae Young able to knock it down. Tough shot with the hand in his face.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Butler. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Trae Young. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. It's the Heat with the possession. Butler guarded by Jang. For 3, you on top. Jimmy Butler, contested 3, he buries it.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face.
The
That's
NBA
borderline
playoffs
disrespect.
2022-1 round Game 5 matchup will be coming up next. Seed 2 Memphis Grizzlies, Seed 7 Minnesota
So many times you
Timberwolves.
can tell if a player's going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lets it fly from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Hawks with the lead. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
John Collins, guarded by Morris. And he hits.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Butler picked up by Gorgui Dieng. To Oladipo. Butler. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
He was hacked. They let it go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high up the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Can't miss those. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Kevin Knox. Trae Young. Just off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
John Collins with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Waiters. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. To Kevin Knox. Almost, but no good. To Oladipo. Butler to Waiters. They'll go to Butler, down low. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Rebound comes to Atlanta. The Heat secure the rebound. Oladipo into the front court. Down 11. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Trae Young flushes it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
New blood coming in for both sides. Oladipo. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Kevin Huerter. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Waiters. Down to 5 on the 24. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Waiters curling inside. Magruder against Clint Capella. Not that time. Danilo Gallinari swats it. That's out. Last touch by Dion Waiters. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. To Capella. And look out. Big finish at the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither.
All right.
Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Trae Young. John Collins, defended by Tucker. To Trae Young. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Whoops, that won't go. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Oladipo to Butler. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Trae Young. Shot from in close, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Butler. Clint Capella. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Tucker. Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. To Trae Young. That is great vision to set it up. Jimmy Butler snatching it out of the air.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Trae Young lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. It's the Heat with the possession. Oladipo. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Trae Young. Victor Oladipo with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Fires the three and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
He gets it.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Oladipo. Block shot.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks, but you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Get it, shoot it again.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect from in close.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Rises for the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Oladipo. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
John Collins. Tough matchup against Butler. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Butler. to Oladipo. Butler. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Trae Young. Down low, Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line. Clint Capella, a couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. The Hawks are victorious. They've seized control of the 7-game series as they run out to a 3-1 lead. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks put one in the win column with a solid performance. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. The Heat couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.